knowledge, sharp as a razor. Got the game on lock, I'm the lead debater. Making bold calls, yeah, I never bend. This is where the hot takes begin. Triple D hot takes. Triple D hot
takes. All right, welcome to Triple D Hot Takes, and you've got Kyle Dietert, Garrett Dietert, and myself, Hank Dietert. So, hey, glad you could join us on this championship show for the NCAA men's basketball tournament. So, we are happy that y'all are here, and glad you could join us. But, hey, Kyle, take it away, buddy.
Oh, yeah. It's nice to be back here in the studio, you know what I'm saying? But, now it was a wild Final Four games. Both games were Arizona and Michigan definitely was the crazy one to me. That was the biggest shocker. But, yeah, UConn, man, taking care of business. I knew they would. UConn's a great program they have. But, God.
Yeah. Well, he did go kind of, he kind of went with him, man. Like he was going for UConn, and I did not.
If you can't beat them, join them. They beat Michigan State, so it's like.
After that, you were done for, right?
Hey, but that Elite Eight, man, for UConn to beat Duke was a huge statement win, and that was the craziest ending I've ever seen, man. Like all Duke had to do was hold the ball. Really, and the time ran out. Instead, the kid threw it away, and the kid blocked it. Then one of them grabbed it and shot it like way out and made it, and then they won by one. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I was like, they're never going to get the ball back. All Duke had to do was just hold it. But to beat a great player like Boozer for Duke was unbelievable. I think UConn, after watching that, they really showed their toughness and their great defense, really. How to come back in that game and finish like they did. That's what catapulted them into the next week against Illinois, I felt like. And then they really showed their dominance against Illinois. And then jumping in to the championship tomorrow, I like to see this pattern keep going.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, UConn really, showed what they were made of. I mean, who was it? Was it Jonathan that had said Illinois? Yeah, all the way. I mean, yeah, but I mean, they made a good run there for a while. But man, this UConn team, getting past Duke, yeah, like you said, all Duke had to do was hold on to the ball, and it's like you would think as well as a coach team as Duke was, that's what they would do. It's just because, you didn't really have to push. You knew they were going to try to foul. I mean, first they were going to try to steal, then they're going to foul, and you're not in a big hurry. And you had 10. What was it at that point in time? It was just a little over 10 seconds.
Oh, it was less than that. I thought it was like 8.
Yeah, so they didn't even have to have the ball go across. Court, across midcourt, and so there they were. I mean, golly, I thought for sure, but that was one of the picks that kind of went awry for me last week, last weekend.
If we're gonna sit here and talk about it, might as well throw up the last 5 game graphic, and we can already jump into the deep dive in a way, since we're already talking about recaps and how they got here, really.
Right.
In a way.
Yeah.
This UConn team, man, played some really good basketball, especially in the tournament. In my opinion, it was kind of UConn's one of those teams that we're just used to them being good, them making a deep run. Not a lot of people were talking to them coming into the tournament. Everybody knew they were going to be good, but no one really thought they were going to be able to beat this Duke team if they got the chance to play Duke or some of these Michigan State games. They could have went either way. But UConn really showed what they're made of and really played really good basketball.
Oh, yeah. That one to highlight up there for UConn was definitely Duke. Michigan State was probably a tough one, but they were able to pull away with it because they have that great defense and very tough and physical down there by the rim. sorry to mention this, but man, Duke, like you just got to stick to the fundamentals, man. Like you got to play smart basketball, especially at the end of the game. And I think that moment should definitely be on Shackton a fool. Like, what you basically threw away the game once you threw away the ball. All you had to do was hold it. Like, it's just fundamental basketball and playing smart. Really, when it comes to the end of the game, you can't do dumb things like that. Really, I think. But looking at this Michigan side. Definitely dominant against Alabama was a huge shocker. We saw them play against Texas Tech. They were lighting threes like it was crazy, lighting up that scoreboard against them. But to have Michigan going in there and just dominate was exciting to watch. And then St. Louis, I knew that they weren't going to keep up much against them. But yeah, going up, yeah, I see it now. Okay, going up, yeah, Tennessee, God. Blown out. And then Arizona was the biggest shocker, I thought, for sure. Because I thought Arizona could definitely match up against this Michigan team. But Michigan showed, like everybody's been saying, their elite offense, really, is what's carrying them heavy right now. They got some dominant players on that offensive that can play some offense.
Yeah, I mean, look at that scoreboard. They're putting up over 90 points every game in the tournament. 101 against Howard, and then you go 95, 90, 95, 91. I mean, 95 points against the Tennessee team that had a pretty stout team.
Yeah.
91 points against Arizona is no easy task by far. I mean, Arizona was definitely one of the better teams this year in college basketball, and they completely were in control of that game and kind of, dominated and won in dominant fashion. So this Michigan team surprised me a lot, personally. I thought for sure they were going to lose to, like, an Alabama or Tennessee, deep in the tournament, but they really turned it around, really played great basketball. Like you said, that offense is scoring a lot of points, man. It's easy to win basketball games when you put up 90 points. Every week, every game,
Oh, yeah.
So that's also this Michigan team.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, the bigger one, looking at the bigger picture, like, from far away, is Tennessee. What happened? Like, that's pretty bad.
Well, I mean, going back to, Michigan and Alabama even, it's like, like Kyle said about, when you look what Alabama did to Houston, and I'm like,
or Texas Tech, you mean?
Texas Tech. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what they did to Tech, I was thinking both red teams, I guess, but what they did to Tech, like you said, it was, like, wow, I didn't see that one coming at all for Michigan, and every time Michigan comes on the court here, you see in the last 5 games, basically of the tournament, they just took it to everybody, and then and UConn. I mean, UConn is. UConn compared to you look straight up at scoring by itself. UConn, is squeaking by most people. They're not just outright blowing them out like Michigan has. So, I mean that's been a huge difference.
Yeah, but I just wanted to let everybody know why we have this graphic. It's just showing how these teams really got here and who they actually had to play against to get in the championship.
Right.
So.
I mean, do you think Michigan had the easier route, though?
Looking at it now, yeah.
I mean, not the way that. I mean, I looked at Alabama and Tennessee as being very good teams, and I thought, I even thought Arizona coming out was really good, and I think UConn. I mean, to me, the best team that UConn played is Duke, right? I mean, number 1 seed they beat out. But I mean, Furman, UCLA was not. I didn't think they were as good this year. Michigan State, we know, is always good, and they gave them a tough time.
I had them going
but
away.
I don't know if that win over Duke. Even though it's a squeaker, right? But does that mean that UConn is going to be better tested? And this is like, when I look at this, it's. Could be an advantage for UConn because UConn's played in a lot of close games or closer games, and they had to actually do, a lot of coaching to get to where they needed. I mean, that Illinois game was kind of like, okay, they took off and they started going with it, and then, Illinois kind of makes a little run here and there, but I still think overall UConn's played the closer game. Michigan hasn't, so coming in there, that could be a disadvantage for Michigan winning this big, right? That's one of my thoughts is that. But, the way that Michigan has won, that's just hard to really hard to overlook that.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan probably hasn't had as many close games, or close calls like this UConn team has. They're not probably as battle-tested in the moment. But, I mean, you don't need to be when you're dominating teams, for the whole game, for 40 minutes or whatever it is. So, yeah, I mean, and you look at both these teams. I mean, UConn got that huge win against Duke, the 1 seed. That really kind of set their tone, really, really signified them being in this national championship game, in my opinion, because I think it was going to be between them or Duke. And then Michigan getting that big win over Arizona, Arizona's a great program. Either one of those teams deserved to be in the national championship, in my opinion. And, yeah, just, but if you look at their overall records between Michigan and UConn, I mean, UConn's lost, I think, 5 games this year. Michigan's lost 3. I mean, these two teams have dominated most of the season. For the most part, they have been 2 of the best programs in the country. So it's very well fitting for them to be in the national championship game. And, tough battle to get there. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I agree. All
right. Y'all ready to jump in the next one? Season stat leaders and. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had that one up a little earlier, and it skip to the next one, so.
God, this is going to be a hard one to read for Michigan. But, yeah, you got Reed with the points leader for them for UConn throughout the season. He's averaging 14.8 per game. And then Lindenborg, I don't know how to say his last name, but is that right? No?
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Lindenborg?
Lindenborg.
Yeah, he's averaging 15.1. He's their do-it-all guy right there. That's for Michigan, that's their do-it-all. He's been really dominant when it comes to points per game. He's been getting a lot, like every once in a while he'll have a 26 to a 23-point game within there, which he's had 3 20-plus games in March Madness, I believe. And then Reed is their do-it-all for UConn, really, with their rebounds and their points. And then you got Johnson for Michigan, dog. Him and Lindenberg is probably their best players by far. I think they're the best players out there on the court by far. Guys, come on. When you're not, you got to be able to get rebounds too and get putbacks, and it's all about boards too and playing great defense when it comes to March Madness. I feel like, which Michigan, I feel like they definitely lack a defense in a way. They lack it, which UConn's very elite at defense and toughness. But Michigan, the thing that really carries them is their elite offense. They're phenomenal when it comes to offense, when it comes to scoring points, and then their average for points as like a whole team is 87.8 points per game, which is outrageous. That's crazy
in
to
college
think about.
ball. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, but Gary, you want to add anything? I know I jumped around a lot, but
no, you did great. I mean, I think that's the biggest stat that stands out to me for sure is the points. I mean, Michigan's putting up more points than anyone in the country. They are scoring all the time. I mean, averaging 87 points. They've been over 90 points every game in the tournament. It's a really impressive stat. But then you look at this UConn team. I think they play a little bit better defense, like you said. They don't score as much, but they play great defense. And, I mean, the cool thing about both these teams is I feel like they're both teams that play good fundamental basketball with the whole team. It's not like you have one superstar carrying the team. It's not like you have one player that's absolutely putting up all the points. It's a very balanced attack, very balanced offense, in my opinion. And so seeing both these teams match up, I think they're going to match up very well. Yeah, what scares me the most is this Michigan team knows how to score. They put up a lot of points, and I wish we had a little bit more about the offensive rebounds because I feel like watching college basketball and everything, offensive rebounds is one of the biggest keys to the game. If you can get offensive rebounds and second chance, third chance opportunities on the offensive side of the ball, you have a good chance of putting up points and winning games. I think Michigan does a good job of that. And yeah, Michigan just also kind of shoots the ball better at a field goal percentage, and so that's really, really great, exciting matchup, especially when you look at the statistics. Like, wow, these teams are very fundamentally sound, very well coached. I don't know, we haven't talked much about the coaching staff, but the coaching staff for both these coaches is freaking awesome. And I mean, there's a reason why UConn's been consistently in the tournament, consistently playing in some of these championship games. And in Michigan, I think this is the first year head coach, maybe, but it's pretty soon. And I talked about that turnaround before, about how Michigan was not a very good team last year. It didn't make the tournament, one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. And then this year, absolute dominant performance all year long. I mean, only losing 3 games and now in the championship game. Great stuff, great coaching for sure.
Oh yeah, and basically is just talking out loud. Reed is definitely the more efficient interior finisher for UConn as a whole, I feel like. But then you got Lindenberg is a phenomenal late game free throw shooter. He's very efficient when it comes to free throws at the end of the game when it definitely matters. He's definitely outstanding when it comes to that stuff. But definitely some big takeaways for UConn is they need to get better at UConn strengths are definitely better. You got your better top for rebounder as Reed. Reed is a dominant rebounder. And then your slight edge, like playmakers, you got DeMary is really good. DeMary Jr., yeah, he's phenomenal at making plays for them. And then more efficient scorer from them is like leading big, really. It's just like staying on the lead, really. Just staying above, like in front of the other team, not letting them really take the lead and stuff. And then Michigan strengths is slightly better on top scorers, so they're really good at scoring, which Lindenberg is doing a phenomenal job for them. And then they have a much better free throw shooting for more than any other team, I feel like. Michigan is really good at free throws overall. Their efficiency is really good. And then Lindenberg is likely to be more completely overall round. Like, he's the whole package, really, for this team. Lindenberg, for Michigan.
Yeah, and
You know what?
Just going back to that. Good coaching, free throw shooting's a big, I always feel like if you got a good coach and you got a good team, you better make your darn free throws, and most of them do. So,
well, with Reed, that's what I point out is that, for their leading scorer, he his free throw percentage is low, but God, his field goal percentage is outrageous, over 60%. Yeah, I mean, so I guess, that balances out, right? That's why he scores a lot. He's not going to the line a lot. When he does, he doesn't shoot very good free throws. So that might be an advantage again to Michigan. Hey, just foul him. If he's at 60%, he'll get 6 out of 10 with that percentage. But hey, that's better than if he's going and scoring all the points that he normally does. So you never know. You might see that as a strategy.
Yeah, but
I mean, how many of these March Madness games, like, really, when they come down to the wire, how important are the dang free throws? I mean, when it comes down to the wire and you get a few late fouls, and you're like, wow, these guys can't make their free throws. No wonder this game's so close, So I think that's going to make a huge impact in this game. I mean, just looking at all these stats and everything, I'm like, all right, this is going to come down to offensive rebounds and who can make their free throws.
Oh, yeah.
Offense.
Is going to win the game.
Well, we saw that in the women's. I'm sorry, Garrett, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, the women's offensive rebounds is what I saw with UCLA over Texas is that in the women's, I mean, they got quite a few second chance points in that game. And, and that happened a lot throughout the tournament, the men's tournament, too. You saw the teams that got the second chance points do very well in getting those offensive rebounds. I mean, that is such a huge key. I mean, we saw Houston go down the same way, where they weren't they were used to getting a couple more second chance points, and they couldn't come up with it during their run, attempting to get out, of the of the region. And with Michigan, I mean, better free throw shooter for their points leader, but it's going to come down, Garrett. I believe you. I believe it's going to come down to offensive rebounds, and obviously offensive rebounds and turnovers. But you didn't. I don't think we had that up here with turnovers, but. When we talk about turnovers, the team that makes the least amount of, I know it's just something you always look at when you're coaching, but the team that makes the least amount of turnovers, you're not going to give up easy buckets to the other team. At least you have to make them work for it, and you can set your defense up and that sort of thing. And offensive rebounds help eliminate that a little bit because you're able to put the ball back in the bucket after an offensive rebound, hopefully, if you're lucky enough. And then you get to slow down that pace. A steal usually ends up having the other team getting the 3-on-2s, and 4-on-3s opportunities to get up the court quickly, and so before you can even set up your defense. So those are huge keys going to be in this game. And to be honest with you, like you said, on paper it looks all Michigan, right? But I don't know if they played that caliber of team with UConn as UConn has going against Duke and some of the others. So that's where I think Michigan may, it may all on paper, it's always about matchup. On paper they look great, but when you match them up and play the game, it may be totally different.
Oh yeah. But yeah, the way my notes have it now is they're really hyping up Michigan. Like, Michigan is the real deal on paper when it comes down to things. It's just better offense, better shooting, better rebounding, more dominate games when it comes to wins. They've been dominating all the way to get here. And then more explosive plays really for them. But yeah, now the path for UConn to win, man, they really got to slow this game down, I feel like. They can't let Michigan get in the 80s. Once Michigan get in the 80s plus range, it's more favored that Michigan will win this game.
Yeah. I agree.
I like that. Slow it down, play a lot of defense. And I mean, the thing about Michigan is I also don't think they've played a team as fundamentally and well-rounded as this UConn team is this year. In my opinion, I think UConn's a better fundamental basketball well-rounded program, so I think UConn does have that in their favor, and I think they can play better defense than a lot of the teams that Michigan has played. And I mean, man, it's freaking basketball, dude. If you're off your game and you're not able to shoot as good as you like, it's anyone's game, I just think if UConn can play good enough defense where they're forcing bad shots from Michigan, then they can stay in this game and have a really good chance, get on a late run, and then have a chance to win the dang thing. So. Oh, yeah. It'd be interesting, man. Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about basketball, though. At the end of the day, it's like, can you make your free throws, can you make your shots, and can you play a little bit of defense and go on a run and win the game?
Yeah, come on, man. It's March Madness. Anything can freaking happen. Let's go.
Yeah, that's right. But I circled those there to show that, I really think that, that's where the advantage is for Michigan is their offense. And, they do have quite, their steals isn't way high up there on average, but I mean their points and points against is a little bit higher than you'd like to see in college ball, but I still think in the tournament it served them well. And then looking at the field goal percentage, anytime you get above 50% in field goals, I mean, you're doing really good offensively. But like we said, on paper they look great, so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, man, I tell you.
We're ready to get in the records, I think, at this point. We're ready to pick.
You're ready, because we already had our breakdown, and then we'll get to Pick'em records next here. And so, the Pick'em records I show is something like this. Let's see if this is correct, but – Kyle, I can't believe you and I are actually tied in this.
Yeah, you
situation.
came back. I was winning 5-1. This is rigged.
I Tiebreaker here?
Yeah, I mean, this is the tiebreaker, and we can go.
What happened? Oh, you had a lot of well, you went with the heart when you did your picks.
Yeah.
McNeese.
Yeah. I mean,
I may not know as much about March Madness as I thought.
No, you went with the heart because you picked McNeese for one of them, and I was like,
I did too.
Houston will win it all.
But
Yeah.
what was it? The 8 and 9 games that really screwed all of us up, I think.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Picked UConn to go to the Final Four, I believe. I didn't put them in the championship, but I had them in the Final Four, so.
That's wild. That's actually pretty good.
That was the only.
The
team
one
I had
year,
in the Final Four.
I didn't go with UConn.
Wait. Oh, I put the wrong ones up there. Oh my God. Wait. Oh, I was. You know what? I did that on purpose because look, I thought for sure that
You have Illinois too on there.
No, I had UConn. After UConn had won, I thought, oh, Arizona has got this.
Because
right?
guys, in a way,
and so I have to go by and
there can only be 4 scenarios. So we did before they even played the Final Fours, we were just gonna go and do 4 scenarios because there can only be 4.
Right.
You can't do more than that. So we pre-made some, so we were ahead of time. We were reading the script that True TV gave us, who was going to go to the championship early.
Yeah, and so when we when you
already paid a lot to
when
go.
you go to look at it, here's what it looks like. So that's the real one. So I pulled one on you a little bit there. So and that's where I'm looking at it going. Yeah, I don't know. It's literally a toss up for me. So
it's easy for me.
Who wants to go first? You want me
I'll
to go
first?
Okay, Kyle, you go for it.
Give me the Huskies.
Yeah,
It's
let me
easy.
see
I
if
love
I
their
can-
program and I love their story, man.
Let me see if we got
They were
anybody
just
out
talking
there.
the other night.
Yeah.
They're 4 out of 3 the last 4 years.
Uh-oh, Kyle. If we lose you here in a little bit, Kyle, we'll come back to you here. So
Y'all lost me.
no, we're good. I heard you scraping around in your mic. So I was like, what? Uh-oh.
No, we're good.
Go
I got
ahead.
UConn winning this game.
You got UConn.
Close game.
Oh,
Low scoring.
Look at that. So, Kyle,
Dude,
Kyle's
they have
going
the
with UConn.
overall score. They have it right now to 144.9, I think. I said that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, Garrett could never pick Michigan because he's an Ohio State, fan, and
It's like he's going to catch up to
he-
us. His record doesn't matter.
but that's
So
that's what we're
yeah,
talking
so
about.
honestly, I think on paper and everything, statistically, Michigan has the advantage. They look a little bit better. But like y'all said, I absolutely hate Michigan. I went out pick Michigan. They have a dang good team this year, and I'm very impressed and very surprised on what they've done this year and how they turned that program around. And it's a really dang good program. They've had a great year. They do deserve to be in the championship game, but they are not winning the championship. Give me UConn. UConn's going to play good fundamental basketball. They're going to play good defense. They're going to make their free throws in clutch moment, go on a late game run, get a few steals, and UConn is going to win the national championship.
Hell yeah. Now that's a great pick.
UConn.
Anyone
All
but
right.
Michigan.
Well, I got to have a tiebreaker. So
Oh,
Garrett's going to hate me forever, but that's just the way it goes, right? And I mean, hey, it's just that way. So we'll look at this and say, I am going to go with Michigan, even though I said earlier, that it looks like they're good on paper, but they haven't met anybody like UConn yet that's already been tested, and they've been able to make it through. But I'm going to go with Michigan only for the fact that I think their offense is really that good, and that they've been able to, make it happen, so to speak, And so that's, and like I said, that's our big game of the week is obviously, UConn and Michigan. So you guys sticking with the Huskies. I'm going with the Wolverines. I know, Garrett, you're going to hate me forever, but that's okay.
No.
Yeah. But I have to get a tiebreaker over Kyle. I mean, you can't catch us. So, if Kyle wins, great. Congratulations to him. But this is our tiebreaker and stuff.
Surprised no one's commenting. No one else wants to pick out there or comment or who they think is going to win.
Yeah, I'm having trouble on Facebook to look it up because I don't know if it went private and I had it set up public. But yeah, these things happen. So, so anyways, so now let's go back. Let's go back and show the times and everything on the big graphics. So,
do you have the other graphic that I sent you of where they're playing at?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's what we're going to. So they're playing at Lucas Stadium. So, Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, the big one where the Colts play. Where they actually play football, not basketball there, but they're going to have the
Big Ten Championship there.
I'm sorry?
No, like the Big Ten Championship there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. And so
No one
Michigan
cares.
ought to feel like home in one sense. Not they haven't. 2 years ago.
But
You're right in
fans know
in
that.
football, right?
Yeah, but just real quick, I looked it up on Hulu to know what they were streaming on. I swear I looked at TNT and it said it's a college basketball on there. So I was like, okay, well they had to have it. But ESPN has right now instead of TNT they have HBO or HBO Max instead of TNT, which I was like, but I looked the other day on Hulu and TNT had it on there. So I was just like, okay.
they're all owned by the same company.
Yeah,
So
I know,
on
but
HBO, NCT, True TV, like they're
I
all
thought
owned.
ESPN would at least put it in there. But
Yeah, well, CBS has got that's the whole CBS brand right there for Paramount, isn't it? Yeah, TBS, TNT. Yeah, that's through Paramount. So, you've got a big game there, and Garrett. No, before we leave, let's go ahead and after the big game, I think we always talk about what you have to offer up there in Dallas. Anybody in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but first, before that, we'll talk about the upcoming events that we're going to have here on Triple D Hot Takes. You heard our new theme song at the beginning of this, and I hope you enjoyed that. And then we also have to say, though, Happy Easter, everybody. That was the one thing I didn't introduce.
Easter.
Yeah, Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Hopefully
Hopefully
everybody ate good.
Yeah, that's probably why we don't have as many out there tonight is because of that fact. It's like it's Easter and people are like, "What? You're doing a show for this?" And congratulations to UCLA. But
people have work tomorrow.
Yeah, right. It's like people have work, So let me.
Shout out UCLA women's basketball.
Oh yeah.
Championship done for the women's collegiate basketball. UCLA.
So
basically the second team. Anyways.
So Monday, April 13, 2026, at 8 o'clock, we're going to do the NBA playoff show. And then Friday, April 17th, to do the NHL, not NFL, NHL Stanley Cup playoff.
Timeout. This one might vary. The NASCAR Talladega Nights. Or Talladega
Nights, yeah.
Talladega Nights. No,
Talladega.
Talladega Super Speedway might change the date for that one. We got to get in contact with our other host, Garrett Dieter, for that one.
Yeah, Kyle, you put, subject to change,
Around that time, so we'll see.
Yeah, and then they got May 1st, though, Run for the Roses, the Kentucky Derby. That's her show, not when the Kentucky Derby runs. But
hopefully it didn't skip over Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, Dover. Well, we'll take a look at it. We'll make sure we'll get it on there for Texas Motor Speedway as such.
It's on.
But May 14th and then May 28th. So those are the upcoming shows, and I hope you get to join us. And what I was starting to say, I kind of got ahead of myself before, is that we do have Garrett. You can talk about this a little bit. That I'll bring the big graphic up, but you have chiropractic care available for veterans and also active military is free, right? So you get, let's see, there's the big picture there at Parker University.
So I'm up here at the clinic up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area at the Dallas Parker University Clinic, and so seeing patients and so this flyer is talking about any active military families, wounded warriors, veterans, stuff like that. We offer free care, complimentary care for them, and then also I believe it's discounted care for any military involved. Here we have teachers get a 30% discount for chiropractic care at the Parker clinics.
Yeah, there's the number. Go ahead.
Is on the flyers, the phone numbers and the location and everything. And if anyone ever has any questions or wants to intrigue, they can either reach out to me through socials, anything, and pretty easy to find if you just look up Gary Dieter. So, but yeah, and even first responders, paramedics, police officers, all of them, they get free complimentary care. So it's really a great service for them and take care of them. I know wearing all the gear and everything and the stressful job they have can definitely cause a lot of back pain or any other problems that we can help out with. And then, any full-time students in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they get or any full-time students in general get 30% off on all of our care provided, which is a great deal. I know I treated someone that was a student and it was only like $25 or less than $25. So really great price, honestly. And we provide the best service and best care that we can provide. And so great to help the community, and also need to graduate and get a certain number of credits. But more importantly, we just want to get y'all feeling better, living better, and living a healthy and pain-free life. So that's what we try to do.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I got a little bit longer until I'm back in the Seguin, San Marcos area. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that will pretty much wrap up our show again. And I know it was a quick one, and which was sometimes really good. Sometimes not, but yeah, we were glad anybody that could join us, and you can go back and watch these, and we'll make sure to get, if you're on Facebook, we'll get those, we'll get all that squared away as well. And so we're glad you can join us. Make sure, and I'll put that one up here for everybody, make sure to subscribe, especially on our YouTube channel if you have, but any of them, subscribe, like, follow, and you can keep up with us.
Please.
Yeah, please.
Tell your friends.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
We're trying to at least get 100 before next year's college football starts.
Yeah. So final thoughts on this championship game for tomorrow night, Kyle?
Oh, yeah, go UConn. But I was going to say something else.
Oh, sorry.
If the Spurs makes it to the championship game, we might do an extra show with that one.
Yeah, we might do a couple of them.
NBA, if they make it to at least the championship, yeah.
Yeah.
But my take,
Our NBA.
huh?
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was like, I thought our NBA playoff show is just going to be about the Spurs. We're talking
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna be so biased.
Yeah, we're like,
about
we'll
the
be.
Spurs, eh?
I'm hoping we'll be saying this a lot, Yeah. Yeah, with the Spurs, you got to have the yeehaw, right? That's for sure. But yeah, I mean the Spurs and the other teams that are out there too.
Hockey too, we're talking
yeah.
about the Stars and
Right.
that's
We'll,
it, right?
right. We'll be focusing on the Stars a
didn't
lot.
make it.
Yeah, remember we're from Tejas, so yeah. But guys, all right. So Kyle, go ahead. Since you threw that in there, let's go ahead and finish
sorry.
it up.
Yep.
I know you're
UConn,
pick-
go
you're-
Huskies. The end. The end.
Honestly, I think it's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be great to see both these teams go. I think they're both very deserving to win a national championship. So we'll see which team can pull it out, get on a late run, and bring the championship back home to their university. So it should be good stuff.
Better not be a blow up.
Yeah, I mean, if Michigan, the team I lean towards, if it is a blowout, is going to be Michigan, just the way they're scoring. But I mean, for UConn to win, they're not going to win by. If they win, they may big for them. It would be 5 points or more. So that's the way I
Keep it close.
Yeah.
Keep it close and pull it out
Low
at the end.
scoring.
Yeah, that's what you do is you slow down the game and everything else, because I think, that's what Kyle had mentioned. UConn has to slow it down and make it a defensive battle on the half court game. So, all right, well, that's it for us here on Triple D Hot Takes, and thanks for joining us again. Please subscribe, follow, and like on Facebook, Kyle Dietert's Facebook page, and then we have
and Twitch.
We have Twitch now. Triple D Hot Takes on Twitch, and hopefully you're seeing this live on Twitch as well. And then you have YouTube. Good old YouTube. Thank God for YouTube. All right, so Garrett, you final words? It's Mr. Stash Guy.
Thank y'all. Happy Easter and good night.
Good night. All right, everybody. Hank Dietert from Triple D Hot Takes telling you good night for Garrett and Kyle. And we wish you again a happy Easter. So, Maskut, Auf Wiedersehen, and adios.
Yeah, Triple D, dropping knowledge, sharp as a razor. Got the game on lock, I'm the lead debater. Making bold calls, yeah, I never bend. This is where the hot takes begin. Triple D Hot Takes. Triple D Hot Takes.